Scott Jensen. We'll work that.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, dude, we got like 7 segments.
And my segment with the keyboard and all that just sitting there.
And welcome. Wait, technical difficulties here at the Wrestling Connection.
Rewind and play.
Oh,
Cue the scene doll.
yeah.
Action figure.
Bring that one over.
Maybe,
But there's one thing about the action figure that most people don't know.
Yo, I think
We can see you.
Yeah, well, I think we need a little bit of a close-up here for the camera.
Yes.
Close up.
Close up to that beautiful face right there.
Extreme.
So
Close
we
up.
switch something over.
There we
So,
go.
That's there, and then this
All right.
piece is-
There we are.
Yay!
Hey!
Alright!
And
Woo!
welcome to the most must-see show to ever hit the Bedford TV airwaves, or
There we go, boys.
airwaves
We're all set now.
That matter. North, south, east, west, front, back, up, down, topsy-turvy.
Oh, up, down, down.
Around!
Any which way you look at it, the Wrestling
Connection.
Connection, episode 112.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yep, went from the double one
dun.
to the 112, so.
112.
And it's time for official introductions, people.
Of course, I am not only the birthday boy, it's Earth Day, it's my birthday. Yes, the world does revolve around me. Yep, yep.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha, cha, cha.
Cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha, cha, cha. Happy birthday, dear Kenny. Kenigma.
Happy birthday to you.
Keep singing, keep singing.
Oh, yeah.
There's something special for you,
And
Ken.
on
Oh,
top of it-
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Happy birthday, Ken.
Ooh.
Blow it up for Burn Down Studio, Ken. Let's do it.
Oh, whoosh. Next thing you know, huge explosion.
I was almost expecting a trick candle there.
Yeah, the flame comes back on. Poof.
Yep.
Okay.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
like a-
Ken.
like a-
How that escalated so quickly.
Yep, and I was tempted, and honestly, I wanted to.
Did you already blow the candle out?
How's it taste?
Yeah, I wanted to shove it in your face, so.
Yeah, Ken, eat that whole
You
thing
ain't
right now.
American
Go
I
ahead.
do that though, but of course, Greg and everybody else said no.
No.
It's a lot. I wanted to do that.
You're not a married couple.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ken, eat
hold
the
on,
whole
hold
thing
on,
in one
hold on.
bite. I challenge you
let's
a
appease
belt for
everyone
that
here.
thing. Let's
Oh,
go.
Oh,
Do it. Do it. Do it.
There,
Oh, you
okay,
just
there we
spilled
go.
a sprinkle right on his lap. Look at that. Here it goes.
There we go.
Now he got a frosted nose.
yeah, make sure.
You doing something we don't know about,
okay.
Ken?
All right.
He's birthday cake man.
Yep.
Birthday cake man. Okay, and anyway, like I said, I am your host with the most, your connection to the wrestling world, Mr. Ken Hill. Alongside me, as always, the Anaconda Wolf, the Mad Wolf, the Madman, your WK King of Pay-Per-View Champion.
Yep.
With a fresh, brand new championship belt.
Yep.
All of his
Woo!
Yep,
Look
get
at
a
that beauty
close
right
up on
there.
this.
And look, it spins.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
It's
My
revolutionary, guys.
version of it.
Revolutionary.
Everybody else, you get this. So yes, I wanted to show this off last week, but of course, everybody else wasn't exactly, too keen on the idea because I forgot a couple of details on here. But however, I fixed it up and I get to just show this sucker off. And of course, alongside me.
Is the soul of the stronghold, Mr. J, King J himself, Mr. Julian Ward.
Hola, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am, as you know, the unofficial Wrestling Connection future United States champion. I'm here with my two greatest buddies and also a guest for the show that will be revealed later on in the show. But also a very special happy birthday to this guy, Mr. Kenigma, Kenny Hill. Let's go.
That's
Happy
roll.
birthday, Ken.
Take it away,
We
people.
Yes, Ken. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And of course, alongside us, Mr. My name is not New Brian.
New Brian. That's me. New Brian.
Mr. Nick. And of course, the lovely Miss Julie and Trajan.
How you doing?
And of course, yes.
Don't forget Greg. You
Yeah,
can't
that
forget
guy.
And of
Greg.
course, Miss Julie and Trajan are
Gregorio.
current WK Big Four pay-per-view champion.
How you doing?
How you doing? All right, so we've got a lot. No, I know I say that a lot, but we do have a lot. There's a big conspiracy floating around WWE concerning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, concerning the NXT Championship. So instead of going right into Raw review, we are gonna kick things off with a little dirt sheet dilemma.
Dun dun dun!
Now, that image does not deceive you, folks. This was at last night's WWE NXT live event right next door, a hop, skip, and a jump away in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yep.
That, your eyes do not deceive you. That is Samoa Joe standing triumphant over the former NXT World Champion Finn Balor. Samoa Joe, your new NXT World Champion. Now, this is interesting. Not only do you have a title change at a live event, because in the words of Corey Graves, you never know what will happen at a live event.
Oh my
No!
God.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
What?
hold on, shock faces.
But
Now there was exclusive Twitter videos indicating that Balor is dropping hints all over the place. He's going to be at Raw next Monday. The go home show for WWE Payback. Also, you're gonna have Anderson and Gallows, former members of the Bullet Club, making their in-ring debut on next Monday against the Usos. You have AJ Styles challenging for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. A whirlwind of circumstances and coincidences. Oh,
And up to downs and left and right. Oh my gosh, what is the direction of WWE right now?
it's going amazing. Why? Because of one simple man,
Shane
Shane
O'Mac. Shane
And
McMahon.
God bless you, Shane. You are making Raw absolutely amazing that we've been wanting for the last couple of years. Thank you, Shane.
But first things first, we need to address the elephant in the room.
Exactly. Now,
Where is the authority?
the authority. We don't know.
Yeah, let's just sweep that under the rug.
Let's just
Act
say
like them.
Who cares about the authority?
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Someone bring the
Exactly.
camera right here. The
We don't-
authority never existed.
We don't need authorities. We
Nope.
don't need evil authority figures.
Nope.
They've been outplayed. They've
Yep.
been outdated.
Yep.
They're old.
Yep.
They're passe.
We don't need no tyrants.
They're in the
Shut it down.
They're in the rear window.
Yep.
And you don't look back in the rear window. You just keep on driving, keep on cruising.
Yep.
So now we got a authority figure in Shane McMahon who comes out for 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes, Stephanie and Triple H, not 20 minutes.
Not
And
15.
instead of cutting the feet from under the entire WWE roster,
snip.
Shane actually promotes the program.
Yeah.
Thank
He
you.
promotes the tag team matches.
Exactly. In this case particular.
The
There,
Emperor's
of course,
Asylum.
of course.
Well, actually, before we get to the Raw review, like I said, the dirt sheet dilemma was with Samoa Joe winning the NXT Championship. I told you there was more to this than Samoa Joe just winning the NXT Championship. Because now, like I said, you got Finn, who's no longer anchored to NXT by the NXT title. You've got Anderson and Gallows making their impending debut next Monday night. You got AJ challenging. All four former members of one of the most infamous groups to ever hit professional wrestling in the last decade, the Bullet Club. And you got them all. It's a whirling dervish of coincidences. All due respect to the vaudevillains, a whirling dervish of coincidences, and you got to wonder where it's all gonna meet up.
So shall we together point directly? Target locked, people.
Exactly.
Yep.
Now, however, WWE has this little nasty tendency to pull the rug out from under us.
Shake.
So now everyone's thinking, okay, Finn no longer is the NXT Championship. We could very well see him on Monday night. That could be a tease. We could very well see him at Payback. We could very well see Anderson and Gallows align with AJ. We could very well see Anderson and Gallows turn on AJ. We could very well see Anderson and Gallows align with Roman Reigns and have the biggest swerve heel turn that we've all been anticipating for Roman. Or it could be neither. They could lay them both out, and we can see the debut of not the Bullet Club, but the
Balor Club.
And we could have another chestnut right there. So again, there is so much going on with this.
And just to bring up a fact, now that Finn Balor is no longer the NXT champion, one thing I noticed that WWE had been having a streak of as of late is records getting broken. For example, AJ Lee's Divas Championship reign got broken by Nikki Bella.
Right.
Adrian Neville and Bo Dallas's longest reign as NXT champions got broken by Finn Balor.
True.
Whose record's going to be broken next? The tag team champions and New Day?
Actually, the tag team. Oh wait, yeah, the tag team champs. The NXT tag team champ, the reign has been broken, and by Blake and Murphy. So, it's a wait and see.
Not to mention you have the New Day, who've just been rolling along as tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time you had a WWE tag team that wasn't, I wouldn't say dominant, but just held the titles that long, was Brian Kendrick and Paul London all the way back in 2006.
The Hooligans.
The unofficial
So
Hooligans. So we haven't had a tag team as dominant as the New Day in nearly a decade.
Yeah. So.
And the coincidence is 2 times. The second person of the modern era to do that. The first one was CM Punk. Now we got the New Day. Who's next?
So I mean, we got a lot of records being on the verge of being broken. We've got records that have already been broken.
Mm-hmm.
We've got new legends. We got new superstars. We have new women wrestlers. I'm glad I no longer have to say divas.
Hey.
Women wrestlers.
Thank
Women wrestling
you.
matters, people. It's
Thank
not divas, it's women. We're not modeling off
and,
anyone.
and the little thing. I like the little things. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't know this because not everyone has the WWE Network.
Right.
If you watch the Edge and Christian show of awesomeness, which I love,
That totally reeks of awesome.
which totally reeks of awesomeness.
Oh yeah.
They had AG on for a segment, and they had a segment called "Will WWE Talk About It?" Because you know WWE is surrounded by a lot of red tape. They don't like to mention a lot of things outside of their own little world.
Yep. Which.
They try to keep it hush hush.
So,
Sweep it under the rug.
The two main questions were asked was, would AJ be allowed to talk about the company that he performed in from 2002 to 2014? Of course, we all know TNA, but okay, we're not strangled by the red tape here at the Wrestling Connection. But even we don't talk about TNA because, well,
They are sick your ship.
Hold on. In the immortal words of Enzo Amore, because it's TNA. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All
And plus,
right,
not to
and-
mention though, it's kind of lacking a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time.
Right.
Yep.
All right,
Just
so I mean, the second thing was, will he be allowed to talk about the Bullet Club? And the answer was actually a big, resounding yes. So the fact that he's allowed to talk about the Bullet Club, the fact that we have 4 former members of the Bullet Club in WWE and/or NXT, and you have Payback coming up, and so again, it begs the question: what is going to go down a week from Sunday?
I know, and we, like I said, it's gonna be freaking epic.
I know, so-
I mean, Shane. I mean, I know you said you disagreed on Shane though, because
I disagree on Shane, and we're going to get into the Raw review while we're talking about this. We're getting to the Raw review. We actually kicked things off with Shane as the second guest on the newly introduced and minty fresh Ambrose Asylum. So, of course, where Ambrose broke down Shane's amazing, breathtaking leap from Hell in the Cell at WrestleMania 32. They didn't really give a reason this time. They basically just said, okay, Shane's hosting again. So basically, I don't know if this is like a beta test. I don't know if they're like trying to test the waters here, see if Shane can really make a difference, being a not overwhelming authority figure like Triple H and Stephanie. And I mean, like I said, you see a world of difference here. Now, don't let the ratings fool you for this show.
No.
Okay, bottom one, this was taped in England. Spoilers come out a lot. Spoilers always come out from England tapings. So, I mean, it always depends. People look at the spoilers and said, okay, I'll give it a glimpse through, instead of being ready and pumped for a live show.
Right.
So that's not always the best indicator when they're across the pond.
However,
Shane kicked things off. Like I said, took 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go over the show, promote the tag team tournament, basically break everything down, drop a lot of names. I mean, come on, most basic common denominator. Drop a lot of names like Sasha Banks and Sami Zayn as the kind of people he wanted to get behind. And I mean, here comes Kevin Owens, gets in Shane's face. Here comes Jericho, and then Sami Zayn. So it's a big 4-way mess. Shane resolves it simply as that, making 2 big matches for WWE Payback. The first being Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose, and the second being the long-awaited renewed rivalry of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
It's about time.
No kidding.
But
And-
wait a minute.
But that's not all.
Nope.
Before the fight broke out, wait a minute. May I see that, please? As you all know, because there was a fight that was about to break out, you know the plant did not want to get destroyed. So here, take this. I'm just gonna hostilely step out of the picture, as y'all can just get it on.
Yep.
Y'all do whatever you want.
And
Just
boy-
don't destroy the plant.
Oh,
Leave the
yeah,
plant alone.
boy, oh boy, did they get into a brawl.
Ding, ding, ding.
I mean, really, they got into a 4-way brawl. Things got ugly. And Shane decided, okay, we're gonna make 2 matches tonight right here. We're gonna have a rematch from SmackDown, Sammy versus Jericho, which was fun. It was back and forth, lots of fun exchanges and near falls. I mean, Zayn had a couple of times where you almost pulled off win against Jericho. Jericho at one point had Sammy in. Oh, things keep falling down. Sammy at one point was caught in the walls. Jericho, he managed to escape, but Jericho would surprise Sammy with a code breaker, picking up a victory over the leader of the Zaniacs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't usually like how they just
Focus
kinda
that camera.
I usually just don't like how they kind of go back and forth with these feuds, how they kind of like pit opposite members against each other. Like you have 2 separate matches. Oh, hey, let's mix it up. Okay, you got a roster full of people that you could put up against either of these guys and make them all look good going in. Keep the momentum going. And if you pit one against the other and have one lose, okay, it's going to make them look nothing but bad going into their match.
Right.
Now, admittedly, the second match, which was, of course, Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose, and another renewed rivalry.
Again.
You had Ambrose picking up a hard-fought victory in another physical matchup between these 2, picking up a win after an impressive counter out of roll-up into the Dirty Deeds DDT for the big win.
However, Chris Jericho got the last laugh in this case, so
Lame. Would you get off the cupcake already?
The cupcake has a smile and it's sticking its tongue out.
well, I mean, literally like that though. Laid him out like a piece of cake.
The cupcake got laid out.
Yes.
Okay.
Bam.
All right, come on. Up here.
Up here.
Higher.
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 Look at that smile. That's a beautiful smile. Show off those pearly whites. Show off those pearly whites.
Okay, but yes, Chris Jericho did get the last laugh in this case, though, with a code breaker, and it begs the question, though, like who really had, like with the momentum going on, coming into Payback, can't go wrong.
I mean, obviously Ambrose needs kind of needs to rebound, to bounce back after his loss to Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Jericho's already got momentum with his win over AJ Styles at WrestleMania, so it really begs to question where they're going from here. I mean, is Jericho back here for a long haul? Is he just back here for a cup of coffee? I mean, you're really wondering what the plan is here, or if they're going to give him some. And an amazing long jump.
You know you could have just crawled.
I get right through the shot.
Oh.
You could have crawled, you know.
Oh,
Beer crawl.
could've-
Beer crawl.
you could've-
Just like they show in football. Beer crawl.
No, or just limbo.
yeah. But
Limbo,
actually,
limbo,
also,
limbo.
speaking of momentum, coming out, actually, speaking of for the tag team tournament, we actually found out though who is going to be advancing
To the finals.
at Payback for the #1 contendership for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Enzo and Cass, and of course the Vaudevillains.
So yes, because Enzo and Cass picking up a big win, an upset win over former nine-time tag team champions, the Dudley Boys, and the Vaudevillains picking up a win over a somewhat weakened 2-time tag team champions, the Usos,
Yep.
who were still feeling the effects of the attack from Anderson and Gallows from last week.
Yeah, not to mention though, it didn't really help much though that the Usos just had to go high flying, and of course that's kind of the reason why the heck you guys got injured in the first place.
Well, okay. The assault by Gallows and Anderson didn't help matters either. Being thrown into steel steps and having their head crushed against the ring barrier. That didn't
Joe
help matters.
Guerrero's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just
So again, So now the interesting thing here is now you have an all NXT final.
Yeah,
more or less.
exactly.
I mean, it was even acknowledged as much by Aiden English on this past Thursday on SmackDown that they were cut from the same cloth, that they came up from NXT. However, the main difference here is while both tag teams are long runners, the Vaudevillains can claim to be former NXT champions, which gives them a slight edge.
Right.
Enzo Cass have always been there, right on the edge, right on the verge of making a name for themselves, just to fall short. I mean, you saw that with their feud with the Revival. You saw that feud with them feuding with the Vaudevillains. I mean, always
Blake and Murphy.
and Blake and Murphy coming so close, but never quite making it. So I mean, they're both very entertaining tag teams. I'm very curious to see a feud between either team and New Day, or I mean, even though I know it's not a big thing for a pay-per-view finish, we could see a double finish. We could very well see a three-way match between these three teams.
Which would be a much more sensible move because knowing that Enzo and Cass are feuding with the Deadly Boys, it brings up the other question, will the Deadlies get involved and cost Enzo and Cass that match? Or if they do make it to where they challenge New Day for the tag team titles, will Deadly Boys re-emerge and attack them?
We could very well see that. I mean, we could very well see Enzo and Cass win the tag team tournament, only have the Dudleys come out and cost them the tag team titles.
Yeah.
We don't know when the tag team title match is good. For all we know, it could be right after the finals of the tag team tournament, or it could be the following night on Raw. It could be at the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules.
Yep.
We don't know. So it could all depend really on when the actual tag team title match takes place. That remains to
Which
be
was
seen.
a very smart move for WWE to do with the tag team division because it keeps on building and building.
Exactly.
Right.
And and speaking of building, there was, I think, a women tag team match, right?
Right.
This past Monday on Raw, and I mean, it was okay. You gotta for my memory here. It was, geez, I can't even talk. Okay, it was, Charlotte hit Naomi, Tamina, and Summer Rae versus Natty.
Sasha, Becky Lynch, and of course England's own
Paige.
and of course Zach's lovely little English crumpet of a crush.
Chloe.
The page turner.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
Anywho,
I mean we don't have a photo for that, but the long story short is that Natalya is getting tired of the interference from Ric Flair. Natalya
Hey, Ken.
actually did.
Before you get going on this, I sort of have a related question where you're talking about the divas. I was thinking about
Time out.
No.
Erase that.
Divas,
Women
they're
wrestlers.
women.
women. Oh, that's right.
Women
They changed it.
wrestling
I
matters.
apologize. I have the old name going, but so I figured I'd introduce a new segment today.
Oh, God.
If you're
Ooh,
ready
here we
for
go.
it, do you feel like you're ready, Ken?
I'm ready for any. I'm pretty much ready for anything.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Oh, dear God.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the new segment.
Oh God.
What in the heck?
He's a cheerleader. Oh, no.
What the?
What in...
All right.
This is oh.
So Ken, if you look at the teleprompter in front of you, we have the question for you.
We
If you
have the
want to read it
question
right
for
off
you.
of there, all right?
All right, tell me
So we're
when
gonna
you-
start the prompter for you. You ready?
All right.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
All right, here we go.
Good. Read it off.
Okay.
Dear Ken, I have a question for you regarding. I have two loves, my girlfriend and my wrestling. She never wants to watch with me though, and I don't know what to do. Should I give up on wrestling?
Why is he?
Give up on my girlfriend? Whatever shall I do?
Gee, he's
Sincerely, a fellow WrestleManiac.
Ah. Jeez.
So what do you think, Ken? And you guys can all weigh in too. You know, Ken doesn't have the love market cornered.
I myself
Oh yeah, just pick one.
had a girlfriend, and
Yep.
she was very understanding. She was very understanding at a lot of points where. Okay. Ooh,
Whoa, jeez.
what was that mic? Jeez.
Holy crap.
Technical difficulty.
Please stand by.
Yeesh.
All right. There we go.
We're
There-
good.
We're good.
Does
Okay.
that sound better?
Much better. All right. So, I'd say, I mean, it really depends on how much she dislikes wrestling. I mean,
Right.
if she tolerates you watching it, as long as you divide your time equally. I mean, wrestling you can see all over the place. You can catch it replays online
On
late
YouTube.
on YouTube later in the week. You can watch recaps. You can check all the dirt sheets for all the results. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Okay, if you miss one episode of Raw
Right.
or SmackDown because.
Right.
Because okay, you have maybe you have a special date night or an anniversary. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I could say it was an exception because this is my job. Okay. I kind of had to watch Raw and SmackDown and cover the pay-per-views. Because it was my job, but that's not the case for everyone. Most people are just hardcore wrestling fans, and sometimes they have like Zach and Julian, for example, and they have a hard time fitting a lot of different things, especially love and relationships and all that business
Yeah.
into their livelihoods. So I say the best thing is just try to find a balance. Okay, I'm not saying you have to give up your girlfriend. You don't have to give up wrestling. I'm just saying try to find a balance. Schedule a time where you can just catch up on your shows. Okay, and devote the time that you need to with your significant other.
Right,
Not the end
All
of the
right,
world.
but I do
Right,
have one
and-
quick thing before you finish off. It's just by a show of hands, who would choose wrestling over the girlfriend?
I'm curious as well. Let's see it.
Well, come
All-
on,
all
Craig,
in
it's
favor,
not-
say
it's
aye.
not really. It's not a real
it's
fair
not a
question.
It's not a valid question. Okay.
It's not
All right,
really,
it's
it's
not
not
really
a
a fair
competition. It's about being like you said. It's about being in the middle. And honest to God, though, I did the exact same thing that you. Honestly, I kept it balanced. I did exactly what you advised. If there's times I miss Raw though, and I had to spend time, with my significant other, yeah, I catch up on the recaps on Raw, or I checked it up online or whatever, just to catch it up, just for the sake of argument. So I wasn't totally behind on it, and I still made time for my significant other. So for that wrestling fanatic, maniac or whatever, you can make the balance on it though. Just make sure you don't really. You don't choose really more.
The bottom line is you can. You have so much time to catch up on wrestling and news and everything else, and your favorite TV shows whenever you want. You have so many ways you can catch up with those. You only have so many chances at having the love of your life, or just having a girlfriend, having a relation. Having a wholesome relationship.
Right.
Ken, I'll give you guys credit. That was very good advice.
Yeah,
I think
and
that was
that's
that was the
one
first
thing,
ever, it was a good first segment of the Love Connection. We
Yeah,
can move
well,
back on
and
because we're
actually,
limited
I
on
had-
time.
Well, hold on, just one more thing.
but you've got one more point, yeah. By all means.
By all means, I wanna hear
honestly, though, for that person, if your girlfriend's not really too sure she's a fan, if you're not too sure she's a fan or not, here's one thing. No, this is just a little beta test. What you can do. Take her to a live wrestling event, though, a local, like an Indies or whatever.
Yeah,
just give it a shot, though. Just say, I want you to see, what I like. If you don't like it, it's totally fine.
Exactly.
That's
If
true, and then
she-
you get
if
the
she
crowd
develops-
energy
if
and
she
everything
develops-
else working.
If she
That's good
develops a
advice.
flair for it, then good. You have a commonality. You guys can maybe plan more. I wouldn't say plan every date night around wrestling,
Right.
but you can plan more and more date nights around wrestling stuff. All right. And if she doesn't, okay, you gave it your best shot, okay, and you need to branch out. You need to get out of your little wrestling box. You need to get out of your little squared circle, and find something else that you two have a common bond over.
Yeah. So
Excellent. All right. Well, that's good advice, guys. I didn't mean to cut you off and have you go too long, but
It's
I
all right.
I thought it was a good little
No,
segment.
I
And then,
remember the point,
where did we
so-
leave off with Monday Night Raw?
Okay, so we came to the women wrestlers. We had the 8 women's tag team match.
Yep.
With Natalia's team getting a win over Charlotte's team. Natalia actually tapping out Charlotte to the sharpshooter.
Yep.
Which you don't actually see that often. Usually, when Natalia slaps a sharpshooter on most women, they usually just find the ropes right away. So it's good that Natalia actually gets victories with the sharpshooter and makes the submission mean something.
Right, and actually, speaking of meeting, though, we found out that, of course, Natty is going to get the rematch at Payback. However, Ric Flair will be in Charlotte's corner,
But
and
in Natty's corner,
the one,
The only,
the inventor of the sharpshooter,
the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be,
Bret
the Hitman Hart.
will be in Natty's corner. So,
The good thing is, okay, now we got a more fleshed out match, and we more or less, this has kind of come full circle right here. For anyone who did watch NXT in its fledgling years, you had a women's tournament to crown a new NXT Women's Champion after Paige left for WWE, and in the finals you had Charlotte versus
Natty.
And who were in the corners? You had Flair in Charlotte's corner. You had Brett in Natalia's corner. So it's come all full circle. You have these two legends, these two Hall of Famers in their respective relatives' corners. And so, I mean, now it feels good. Okay, now it feels more fleshed out. Obviously, Charlotte's going to retain here because Natty's a good hand in the women's division, but with Sasha and Becky waiting in the wings, I just don't see Natty really coming away with the women's championship here.
You never know. I mean, it could happen, but it might happen. But speaking of the elephant in the room, to kind of move on a little bit.
So we have of course the simmering personal. So it's amounting to be a personal feud now between AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, which took a very sharp left turn this past Monday night when Roman was basically just coming out stating, okay, AJ may be a better wrestler, he may have won championships everywhere else, he hasn't won the championship from the man. Now AJ came out, said his piece, said while Roman would rather be hated and have the championship rather than be loved and not have it, AJ says, I'd rather be loved and respected all around and have it, and I'll do that and win the championship.
Yep.
Now, as AJ was leaving, however, here comes Anderson and Gallows, who lay up.
As you can see right here, laid him out with their finisher, and here they are standing right on top of
Roman and AJ looking on with a very, very confused look, and AJ tried to explain. He was a man. He tried coming back. He tried explaining himself to Roman.
He had no idea about it.
But Roman had none of it. Okay, nope. Anderson Gallows coming after Roman's cousins, his family, and the Usos last week. This week they assault him. So again, the hints are being built up that supposedly Anderson and Gallows are going to align with AJ, but it just seems too easy. It feels like a red herring to me, more or less, because they're building this up so much. It really wouldn't surprise me if, like I said, they either go with Anderson Gallows simply laying out these two, or Anderson Gallows aligning with Roman, and suddenly we have a whole new group formed, or we have them being laid out, and suddenly Balor making his WWE debut. Yeah. So there are a lot of interesting scenarios, and all of them pretty realistic.
Oh yeah.
That's the best thing about this. Yeah. That's the best thing about the narrative being told here, is that any of the endings you foresee here could realistically happen.
Exactly. So, and that's the thing, and as Corey Graves, keeps constantly saying, though, you never know what the heck's going to happen here. So there's a lot of paths on here that could happen, and it's a matter of when and where it could possibly come into fruition.
Right.
So.
Right. All right. So and on a light note, we had Cesaro and The Miz and Miz TV, building up their Intercontinental Championship match. I'm just happy. Is finally happy that you have AJ Styles and Cesaro both getting championship matches at Payback?
Oh yes.
I think it's pretty interesting though, because they're both hungry guys out there have been craving for
And I want you guys to notice something. Have you noticed something in the last couple of weeks on Raw? How it's been nothing but the young guns, the young faces, the new talent making themselves known. Notice no Ryback.
Nope.
No Big Show.
Nope.
No Kane.
Nope.
Yes.
No old guards.
Nope.
No authority, okay? And, of course, you get that lovely music again.
Oh, God, what? We got another question coming up?
I guess we do.
Do we really have another question?
Do we have another Love Connection question? Really? Two in one show?
No, we just wanted to hear the music one more time.
Oh, gosh.
I want to see
I
King
didn't
Boogie.
see you
mind.
fly
I'm
into
sorry,
a-
Yeah,
though.
I think Greg
Big
just wants to
Show's
see
mouth,
Big
that
Show
always
eat me.
Yeah, say Big Show
Yeah.
eat me. We just want to
Yeah,
see that.
See
sorry,
me,
though, but
Boogie.
if anybody's, no
Don't
disrespect.
go there.
No
Don't go there.
disrespect though for theme. No, I was gonna say though, anybody's theme music really rocks. So it's mine. My theme for the Zack Attack, that rocks.
Oh yeah.
So
Hey, the opening theme.
My segment will be back
I'm just saying though, mine.
after maintenance is
mine's-
over.
Hey, I'm a rocker guy through and through. So
All right. So like I said, we had an 8-man.
Moving on.
Moving on, we had an 8-man tag team match with Cesaro and the New Day against Miz and the flagging League of Nations.
Yep.
No pun intended.
Yep.
Cesaro picking up a big win, pinning Sheamus, a man he formerly had a lot of hard time against in recent years. Cesaro gaining a lot of momentum in his match, and now, going into SmackDown, we had Ryback making his return, picking up a win over Kalisto, letting some credence to the fact that Kalisto's WrestleMania win may have been a fluke. So, Ryback dominating Kalisto, getting the win on him. So we got built up for the Intercontinental Championship. We got the U.S. title being built up for Payback. So I'm just going to say this outright, and this has been said all over the web. Payback is actually shaping up to be a lot better card-wise than WrestleMania.
oof.
You got the tag team finals. You've got a couple of hot personal feuds with Ambrose and Jericho, with Zayn and Owens. You got the World Championship match, AJ versus Reigns. It's got a lot of potential to be a barn burner of a match. You got
Charlotte versus Natty.
which should be an excellent technical match. So when you have those two women go at it for 10, 15 minutes, they can put together one heck of a match. I've seen as much.
Ken, can you just let the
Two
audience
feuding
know when
families.
and where that'll be, our next pay-per-view?
The next pay-per-view will be at WWE. It's going to be WWE Payback a week from this Sunday.
Yep.
It's going. Like I said, it's going to be big. I can see a lot of critical changes coming. We're obviously going to have new number one contenders to the tag team titles. We could very well see new debuts. We could see a new Intercontinental Champion, a new United States Champion, a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. There are a lot of rumors swirling about, so we could see a lot of things come to fruition. Or we could see a lot of big things get their start at WWE Payback.
Oh yeah. So, and for those that are like freaking redemption, Payback is going to be their redemption to censor
Right.
it as much as I can.
Yeah, because we may not be WWE, but we got to keep it PG.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
Moving on.
As much as I don't want to end things on a dour note,
yeah.
I am sorry to say this. We here at the Wrestling Connections want to send our condolences out to the friends and family of former WWE Women's Champion, a pioneer for women's wrestling,
A former Intercontinental Champion.
the first and only female Intercontinental Champion, the first woman to ever participate in the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Joni Laura, all popularly known as Chyna. Chyna, like I said, was a pioneer for women's wrestling. She essentially defined what a woman a female athlete, female professional athlete should be: strong, beautiful, physical, in every sense of the word. She made so much impact she was only in WWE technically for 4 or 5 years. She was member of one of the inaugural members of D Generation X, along with Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Here you see her with Triple H. Of course, who could forget the hilarious coupling of Mamacita and the late great Eddie Guerrero. Of course, I remember the first time I saw Chyna was ironically in one of her last matches, WrestleMania 17, Reliant Astrodome, where she became women's champion for the first and only time.
And she looked very beautiful too.
No, she was beautiful. Of course, everyone knows, former Playboy model, just beautiful in and out of the ring. I mean, obviously, her later years weren't exactly anything to write home about.
Right.
But for the impact, but there's no doubt that she made an amazing impact, not only in women's wrestling, but just wrestling all around. As she was she was the first woman to basically go to the boys and say, "I want you to treat me like you would treat anyone else, any other guy in this business. I mean, hit me the same, slam me the same, suplex me, punch me, kick me, treat me like you would treat another man in this ring. I want to be on that same level."
Right.
I mean, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a bit of an unrelated story. Mae Young, another legendary woman of the squared circle. I mean, she was the same thing. She was an 75, 80-year-old woman who basically went straight up to Bubba Ray Dudley, who didn't want to try and powerbomb her off a stage through a table, jerked him close and said, "You put me through that darn table right this instant." So you had women like Mae Young and Chyna revolutionizing the industry because they wanted to be treated just the same as anyone else.
And
And
you're
equal.
not going to see that. Not to mention, she was the ninth wonder of the world. She was, and without a shadow of a doubt, though, she really was. She was one of the wonders of this world, and it's still like Chyna. May you rest in peace, and as you said, for us here at the Wrestling Connection, for the friends, for the family of Chyna, we want to send our condolences, and you're right.
Hey, Chyna, you practically defined what women wrestling is as equals. You not only fought with women, but you fought with men as well, and you was a very tough woman. And it breaks my heart to hear that someone like you just found dead. Like, not only that, we come to find out yesterday that famous pop musician Prince was found dead in his recording studio yesterday, and it's like
It's never easy losing greats in any industry.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, our condolences go out to friends and family of Prince, a music great, a legend, in every decade.
So this weekend for both of y'all and to everyone else who passed away all this year, special condolences to y'all.
In 2016.
Yeah, we have a little outro for
Stronghold will always
for
keep you on our
Prince as
prayers
well.
and whatever business ventures that
Control
is
would like
going
to do
on
some
for the Wrestling
condolences, too.
Connection, the Stronghold, anyone else that we're involved with. We do it especially for y'all because you guys have gave us some reason to look up to y'all and keep the dream alive. Per wrestling, music, all that.
All right, sounds good. And guys, this for an outro instead of the regular song this week, we got a little Prince tribute from back in the day that someone did for this show. So
All right.
we'll play that out.
All right. So right before that, just remember that next Friday will be our WWE Payback Pay-Per Preview.
Preview.
Thank you. And of course,
Anytime, guys.
if you have any predictions or comments on WWE Payback or the show, if you have ideas, make sure to email us at wrestlingconnection@gmail.com. We really need to get one of those tagline things.
Exactly.
We need one of those
Get
refresh
animated
Yeah,
while we
and
speak.
to be- and
Ticker
actually,
tape.
and to raise the question up from last week that I said, though, I asked the fans, though, what the heck, what gimmick you guys want, though? Did you guys like me like this? Did you like the mask? Or did you like, or most importantly, do you like the face paint, though? I gotta know this.
I mean, and so, you can hit us up. You can let Zach know at wrestlingconnection@gmail.com. You can hit us up on our official Facebook page, facebook.com/wrestlingconnection. You can check out all of our past and present episodes at our YouTube channel, The Wrestling Connection, including our 100th episode spectacular and all of our special episodes. And of course, you can hit us up on our Twitter feed at our Twitter handle at WConnection. Like I said, next Friday, our WWE Payback Pay-Per Preview. Zach will be making his first defense of his newly won
Bring it on.
King of Pay-Per-View Championship.
Yeah, guess what, though?
And it spins.
Yep, and I don't care who it, hey, as long as it stays within this, it doesn't matter to me.
I think it's coming on this side of the glass, guys.
Because when
Yeah,
one
this
person's
side.
a champion, we're all champions.
Exactly.
Because remember, be connected,
get connected,
Be connected.
stay
connected.
connected. Prince, play us out.
Oh no.
Vince never meant to cause you any sorrow. Vince never meant to cause you any pain. He only wanted one time to see you clapping. Only wants to see you clapping. Cheer for Roman Reigns. 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 Don't want you as champion. I'm sorry, Roman Reigns. I never wanted to see you win the Royal Rumble. Smarks know Daniel Bryan should have won. Roman, I could see you with the U.S. title.
Those looks though.
But headlining WrestleMania, we all think that's so lame. Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns.
I'm sorry, but Roman Reigns is my guy, so.
Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns.
You all right, Zach?
Don't want you as champion. I'm sorry, Roman Reigns. And Roman, I know you still won the Royal Rumble.
I won.
It's over.
And it's over.